In this video, I'm going to tell you the reason why most men fail to get rid of their belly fat. Everyone knows that eating too much is the very foundation upon which unwanted body fat is built. Hence, keeping a balanced diet is vital. The same is true with exercise. Keeping your body moving regularly is just as important. But guess what happens when you aren't exercising the right way? Yes, it means your belly fat won't go away. I'm going to talk about the reason why you're not progressing despite your efforts and time spent in the gym. Do jumping jacks help? What about treadmill sprints? Stay tuned and I'll share with you my secret to staying fit. Approaching the get active method wrongly. The problem with most men who can't lose belly fat lies in their exercise routines. It could be that their workouts lack intensity or that they're not performing the right exercises. Scenario 1. Your workout isn't challenging enough. Physical activity helps burn belly fat. But since belly fat is stubborn as heck, you need to match it with some tough workouts. Based on a study published in the journal Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise, individuals who followed a high-intensity workout regimen lost more belly fat than those who had a low-intensity plan. As a matter of fact, low-intensity exercises yielded no significant changes at all. You must do full-intensity exercises to get significant results since your goal is to burn more calories. With high-intensity workouts, you're going all out for as long as you can. Plus, this way, you'll burn more calories in less time. Scenario 2, you're doing the wrong exercises. Doing crunches non-stop? Nah, that isn't a good idea, let alone an effective method. No matter how many crunches you do, it won't be the key to revealing your abs. After all, spot reduction is a myth. What you must do instead is perform functional exercises that recruit the various muscle groups in your core, which encompasses your abdominal, back, pelvic, and obliques in addition to other body parts. Such exercises have higher muscle engagement, meaning there's a higher rate of calorie burn while performing them. Planks are a great example of a functional exercise. They work to activate your core muscles as well as your arm, leg, and butt muscles. But let's delve more into these exercises in the next coming several minutes. Exercising the right way to live a healthier life. Losing weight and reducing your body fat percentage is the only way to truly get rid of your belly fat. Here are the best exercises to use to speed up your progress. Number 1. Farmer's walk. This compound exercise activates every muscle group in the body to a certain degree. Its relatively simplistic mechanics is what makes it a common denominator among strength-building workout routines. But don't be fooled, because the farmer's walk is actually a high-intensity exercise, meaning it requires more energy and burns more calories and fat. To do it, hinge down and deadlift a heavy pair of dumbbells to waist height. Stand tall, keep your shoulder blades back, and brace your core. Quickly step forward and start walking until your grip gives out, and then repeat. Number 2. Dumbbell overhead lunge. For a great core sculpting workout, you'd never go wrong with a dumbbell overhead lunge. This weighted version of the traditional lunge trains nearly every muscle group in the body to work together to keep the weight directly above you. To do it, get a pair of light to medium weight dumbbells. Press the weights overhead with your palms facing each other. Step forward into a lunge position, pause for a moment, then bring your back leg forward to step your feet together. Alternate legs while walking forward. But if you're on the lookout for a super easy exercise without needing to use any piece of equipment, you should try number 3, mountain climber. This exercise is dynamic and simultaneously works multiple muscles in the whole body in a constant movement. It's a full body exercise for strengthening your arms, back, shoulders, core, and legs. It's also very good at accelerating your heart rate, thus burning more calories. To do it, get into a push-up position, i.e., hands below your shoulders and your body forming a straight line from your head to your heels. From there, lift your right foot off the floor, driving your right knee towards your chest. Using your right foot, tap the floor before returning to the starting position. Alternate legs with each repetition. Number 4. Burpees. This no-nonsense exercise engages as many muscles as possible, making it an excellent belly fat burning move. Simple yet explosive, you'll have to start from a push-up position and then transition to a jump and go back to the original position, effectively hitting each muscle from head to toe. To do it, stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Lower your body until your palms rest on the floor about shoulder-width apart. Kick your legs backwards into a push-up position. Do a push-up and then quickly reverse the movement and perform a jump when you stand. If you think burpees are hard enough, then you're gravely mistaken. Because there are, number 5, devil's press. Recruiting multiple muscle groups at once, this full-body exercise is truly living up to its name. It's amazing at building more lean muscle mass, which in turn also burns more body fat, including those in your belly. To do it, start with a push-up position and with your hands gripping 2 dumbbells. Push up to kick off the movement. Next, jump your feet forward to either side of the dumbbells so you can lift them between your legs. With your torso neutral and chest braced, use this momentum to get the weights into an overhead position. Lower under control, back to the ground, and repeat. Number 6. Treadmill sprint. To drop weight around your midriff, you can do more than just short, sharp bouts of cardio. Go ahead and perform hits. Based on a study, participants burned up to 30% more calories when performing a fast-paced HIIT workout than a longer but lower intensity session for the same amount of time. To do it, simply increase the incline on a treadmill and start sprinting at full speed for the designated time. Besides treadmill sprints, you can also do medicine ball slams to improve cardiovascular conditioning while working on shedding unwanted pounds in your belly. But more on this coming up a little later. Number 7. Broad jump. Thanks to the explosive nature of jumping, it demands a lot of energy. This makes broad jumps a fantastic way of burning calories and fat. To do it, start by lowering yourself in a squat position with your feet shoulder-width apart. Swing your arms back and use them to move yourself forward and bring your legs forward for more momentum. Jump as far as you can and end with a low squat position. Number 8. Froggers. Despite being known for its simplicity, the Frogger exercise actually activates the entire body, including your arms, abs, glutes, legs, and heart. It's characterized by its frog hopping movement. To do it, start in a squat position with your hands flat on the floor in front of you and between your feet. Shift your body weight forward using your hands. Pull yourself forward with your arms and torso, then hop with your feet towards your hands back into the original low squat position. Have you tried the kettlebell swing exercise? If not, then it's high time you do so if you want to get rid of your abdominal fat. Here's how. Number 9. Kettlebell swing. The foundation of this exercise is based on the deadlift movement pattern. It's a quick, full-body workout while also being a good upper body workout. In particular, kettlebell swings target the posterior chain muscles, which include your glutes, hamstrings, calves, and many more. To do it, bending at your hips, grab a kettlebell with 2 hands at arm's length down in front of you. Rock back a little and hike the weight between your legs. Now squeeze your glutes, forcefully thrust your hips forward, and swing the bell to shoulder height. Reverse the move between your legs and repeat. Number 10. Tuck jumps. Tuck jumps are plyometric moves, as in they're made to increase one's speed, strength, and endurance through an explosive aerobic movement. If you want something that will burn major calories and challenge you, tuck jumps are it. You're guaranteed to get both cardio and muscle toning with this exercise. To do it, stand with your feet hip-width apart. Slightly bend your knees and extend your arms out at shoulder height while keeping your elbows bent and wide and palms facing the floor. Jump straight up, lifting your knees to touch your hands. Finally, land softly with your knees bent. Another killer belly fat burner move is none other than the number 11 high knee. This straightforward exercise is a high-intensity movement despite many thinking otherwise. Just a few sets of high knees and your heart would be pumping hard. They also make great exercise for the lower body and core muscles. To do it, start by standing with your feet hip-width apart and then aiming to raise your right knee to your chest. Lower your right knee and raise your left knee to your chest. Simultaneously, move your hands according to your knee movements. Continue the movement while alternating legs and performing at a sprinting or running pace. Number 12. Medicine ball slam. This exercise is forceful and more fluid in nature. It's designed to boost all-around power and strength. Even though it involves the throwing movements, medicine ball slams aren't just targeted to train your arm. In fact, they work your entire body. Your cardiovascular system has to work hard, leading to serious calorie burns. To do it, with your feet shoulder-width apart, hold the medicine ball above your head. Slam the ball on the ground as hard as you can, catch the rebound, and repeat. Number 13. Skipping rope. If you can jump rope for an hour, then you'd be burning around 800 to 1,000 calories. Pretty impressive, huh? I'm not expecting you to skip that long, but if you can, then why not? Skipping is an example of HIIT exercise, which as a whole helps reduce belly fat and strengthen the abdominal muscles. To do it, hold the rope in your hands with your arms by your sides. Jump on each revolution. Concentrate on keeping your knees relaxed and core engaged. Speaking of jumping moves, another must-do exercise for shrinking your beer belly is number 14. Jumping lunge. Also called a lunge jump. This exercise is incredible for blasting your quads and revving up your metabolism while improving strength, power, and stability. It's a great move to add to your workout to reduce that unsightly belly fat of yours. To do it, start in a lunge position and quickly lower toward the bottom. To stand up, push your grown foot down and explode through both your feet and legs, clearing the floor at the top. Land softly and immediately drive into the next rep. Number 15. Squat jumps. One of the best things about squats is that they're incredibly effective at targeting the major lower body muscles. As such, they'd make a perfect addition to your belly fat shrinking workout. To do it, stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Get down into a half squat and then quickly drive upward through both feet and jump off the ground, raising your arms overhead. When landing, absorb it with a full depth squat before you explode into the next repetition. Number 16. Jumping jacks. Jumping jacks aren't just for those who half-ass their warm-ups. When done properly, these plyometric moves torch calories and are great for your heart. They would definitely be an excellent addition to your overall fat loss program. To do it, begin with your feet together and your arms at your sides. Simultaneously jump up just enough to spread your legs wide apart and raise your arms above your head. Land with your arms overhead and feet wide. Without pausing, quickly reverse the movement and repeat. If jumping jacks aren't your thing, then you may like this next one. Number 17. Skaters. The skater is a cardiovascular move designed to improve muscle endurance and strength. It's easy to recognize this as it's marked by a skating movement like its name suggests. This exercise aims to build strength, boost power, enhance fitness, and more importantly, burn belly fat. To do it, standing with your legs shoulder width apart, jump to one side of your mat and bend one leg behind the supporting leg at a slight angle. Return to the standing position and leap to the other side of your mat. Shift your weight and land with the opposite leg behind you. Repeat. Number 18. Barbell clean and push press. This marvelous exercise builds stamina, cardiovascular and muscular endurance, and strength. It recruits practically every muscle in the body with its big move of carrying a barbell from ground to ceiling. In short, it's a surefire way of spiking the fat-burning process. To do it, hinge down and grasp a barbell, keeping your hands slightly wider than your shoulders and shins perpendicular to the ground. Make sure to securely lock your arms and back. Now explode up, extending your knees and hips and using the momentum to get the bar up to your shoulders. Flip your wrists to land them above your chest and slightly bend your knees before standing up straight. Take a deep breath and keep your core tight. Dip at your knees and use your legs to assist in pressing the barbell overhead. Keeping your core tight, lower the weight and return to the starting position with control. Although belly fat is widely common among men and women alike, this doesn't negate the fact that this kind of fat is more dangerous than others. Let's talk more about the perils of having a huge belly fat here. The dangers of abdominal fat. Have you ever heard people say that men's and women's bodies distribute fat differently? Well, this is a fact. In truth, women tend to have more subcutaneous fat. This kind of fat is found just below the skin, which is then distributed through much of the body. Men, on the other hand, tend to have less subcutaneous fat and instead are more likely to have fat cells gathered in their abdomen area. With age, hormone levels drop in both genders. This natural decline in hormones can contribute to the growth of fat cells in the stomach. The problem with belly fat isn't just because of the layer of padding that is the subcutaneous fat. Belly fat also comprises visceral fat, the kind that's situated deep inside the abdomen and surrounds your internal organs. Visceral fat is also called intra-abdominal fat because it gathers in the abdominal cavity. It has been proven that body fat found in the abdominal cavity in the form of visceral fat poses serious health risks. Therefore, when you have a large amount of belly fat, your overall weight won't matter much because in any case, it still increases your risk of getting various health conditions such as high blood pressure, an unhealthy amount of fat in the blood, sleep apnea, heart disease, high blood sugar and diabetes, certain cancers, stroke, fatty liver, early death from any cause. Changing your diet can help remove your unwanted belly fat. The good news is that there are a variety of food choices, delicious ones, that can help you achieve your goal, but more on that in a little bit. Visceral fat produces harmful chemicals. Body fat was once thought to be stored passively in cells, awaiting to be utilized by the body for energy. However, science has long since shown that fat cells are biologically active and act as endocrine organs by secreting hormones and other molecules. This activity of the visceral fat causes the body to be in an inflammatory state, which is strongly associated with insulin resistance, metabolic diseases, and an increased risk of death even among men at normal body weight. In men, having adequate levels of testosterone are essential to have a healthy fat distribution. But because of visceral fat, it disrupts testosterone production, thus only exacerbating the fat storage in the belly. Aside from reducing testosterone production, excess abdominal fat is also linked with an increase in the female hormone estradiol in men. All things considered, reducing your visceral fat will always benefit your overall health. For those of you that have stayed till the end, here's that bonus tip on how I managed to maintain a healthy body. Make sure to reduce stress and take enough rest. Whatever your source of stress is, too much of it can make it more difficult to shed unwanted pounds, including those from your middle. And I'm not just talking about your tendency to go for high-fat, high-calorie food when you're stressed, albeit that's one reason. It's also partly because elevated cortisol levels can increase the amount of fat your body holds onto and enlarge your fat cells. So learn how to keep your stress levels low. It doesn't have to mean taking a 3-month-long vacation. You can just do some simple tips to help you relax. Get 8 hours of sleep every night. Listen to relaxing songs like jazz music. Practice deep breathing. Try journaling. Spend time in nature. Cuddle with your pet. But no, this isn't the end yet. Even after learning all those things, it won't make much of a difference if you're not eating the right foods. To help get rid of your belly fat, make sure to check out this next video about the foods you should be eating instead.